You. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach Brandon here with Purpose Powered Fitness, and welcome to my first podcast show. I really appreciate anyone who's going to watch this and check us out. Just a little bit about myself. So, like I said, I'm Coach Brandon. I'm the owner of Purpose Powered Fitness. I've been a personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach, nutrition coach for about the past 7 years. Me myself, I've lost 90 pounds. When I lost 90 pounds, it was when I was one of those people. I yo-yo dieted forever. It took me a long time, and I just knew I wanted to help people. And now my main focus is helping women who might be experiencing PCOS or perimenopause, help them lose weight, lose fat, gain muscle, get in the best shape of their lives. More than anything, give them good information because there's a lot of bad information out there being given. So that's why I have guests like my girl here, Joanna. So this is Coach Joanna. She's with Get Fit with Joanna. She was diagnosed with PCOS and has a great story, and not just a great story about PCOS, but a great winning story with PCOS. So I can't wait for her to be able to tell her story and let you guys know all about her. So, Joanna, go ahead and tell the people about yourself a little bit.
Hello, my name is Joanna. I started, I should say this. I got diagnosed with PCOS when I was 21. I was just having a lot of hormonal issues. Went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "You have PCOS, you have to lose weight." I was 210 pounds at the time, and that's all they ever told me about PCOS. Just lose weight, and that was it. So a couple of years go by, and I'm gaining weight so fast. So by the time I'm 26, I'm already weighing at 300 pounds.
Wow.
By the time I was 28, I was almost 400 pounds.
Oh,
Finally, my body was just not working with me anymore. I was losing circulation on my legs. I was already being diagnosed with diabetes. I was just having a lot of medical issues. So I went back to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Look, let's do the weight loss surgery. That's the only cure. And we'll do the weight loss surgery, and then we'll manage your weight, and then hopefully your PCOS will get better." And he said, "If not, you're not going to make it past 50. So I'm almost 30. I'm so heavy, can't have children, and I'm just struggling so much just with walking. So
right.
then I said, there has to be something other than weight loss surgery. I didn't want to get it because I had heard a lot of things about it, and I just didn't see myself doing that. So I started in October, and I said, let me lose 10 pounds. If I can lose 10 pounds, then I know I can do it. And it's just me.
Nice.
So I lost 10 pounds. I was so happy. Lost 20, lost 30, lost 165 pounds. And I managed to do it with PCOS. I know it's so hard having PCOS and everything that us women are going through,
Right.
but I was able to lose it naturally. And now I opened Get Fit with Joanna, and I'm an online coach, and I help women like myself with PCOS to help them get through it.
That's awesome. And to me, the best part I heard about that, when you lost that first 10 pounds, people are here 10 pounds, look at 10 pounds. People are, oh, that's not really that much. I said, you took that as a big win and it just avalanched. It just kept going all the way to how much again?
I was almost 400 pounds,
And how much did you lose totally?
165 pounds.
165 pounds. So that first 10 pounds was like that first milestone that you got to, and it just got you going to another level. So that's great to hear. I love hearing stories about that. I'm never going to talk bad about doctors because they do great for us. They do great things. But I hear a lot when it comes to the PCOS, kind of like what you said. Your doctor just told you need to lose weight, do weight loss surgery. And it you found a way around that, a better way, a healthier way, and a way that a lot of people can do, without some people are just scared of surgery, to be honest. They don't want to go that route. So what can they do to get it? So you being a success story with someone that a doctor specifically said you need to go on weight loss surgery, and you said, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it the natural way, and to be able to do it, like that is a you should feel so proud about that like almost you should put it on a shirt and wear it around. Like that's how proud you should be about that, because I think that's awesome. Um, so a few of these first questions I was going to ask, you kind of answered a little bit of it already. Really, the only other part about the PCOS and your journey outside of the weight loss, what did you have any other kind of symptoms?
I did. I think one of the main ones was like bloating. Even just
Okay.
waking up when you feel like you're skinniest and you're like waking up to feel great, I would drink water and I would bloat so much. That and then also the hair, like unwanted hair. I was losing hair in my head and it was really depressing because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I look like this. Like
Right.
there was no control, but those were like the main ones that really stuck out to me.
Understood, understood. I got you. Now, thinking about those symptoms for you, which one do you think was like the hardest to manage?
The bloating.
The bloating.
Mm.
And when you say the bloating was hardest, why was that the hardest to manage for you?
Because I was trying to lose weight and getting bloated, I felt like I was not losing weight. So mentally, it was discouraging me. And I had to remind myself, okay, I'm stronger than my diagnosis. I'm seeing the progress. Like, just because I'm bloated doesn't mean it's not working.
You need to be like a motivational speaker. Like these words that are coming out of your mouth are awesome. Like, what did you say? I'm stronger than my diagnosis.
Mhm.
You need to put that on the shirt too. See, so we're not just doing this podcast. You're gonna start your own new business after this. I'm gonna give you all these ideas of things
We'll
that you
find it
can do.
together.
Yeah, because I mean, I love that. I'm stronger than my diagnosis. Like that's awesome. Um, so you had the diagnosis, you didn't want to do the weight loss surgery. Now let's get to the point to where you started making certain changes. First, let's talk about the diet first, the food you were eating. What kind of changes did you make there?
Oh, I had to get rid of things that was not helping me. So
Okay.
like fast food, certain processed foods. I
Yeah.
kind of I kind of kept it simple because coming from somebody that's almost 400 pounds, you don't know what you're doing. Everyone's telling you to eat chicken and rice. And, I was like, I don't know what to do. So I started very simple. I said, I cannot go wrong if I have protein, fiber, and good carbs. I can't go wrong. So I did that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And water, I didn't drink my calories, and I didn't log it. I didn't do any of that. I just
Okay.
ate very simple. I said, I cannot go wrong if I do this. And it started working for me.
So that's good to hear. And that's how I coach a lot of my people too. It's like you said, keeping it simple. That's the easiest way. You keep it simple, because a lot of the foods and stuff that you called out the processed foods, the fast foods, all those things. Even if you don't have PCOS, those foods are harming you. Like they're keeping
Yeah.
us inflamed. They have all different kind of chemicals in it. Like no wonder we're so messed up as a people. All this crazy stuff we've been eating in our food. So that's also another great thing to hear. So you kept it simple with the foods. Now, when eating that way, did you hit roadblocks at all? Did you hit stumbling points where you had to maybe make a little change or do something different?
I did, and I'm glad you asked this because I ended up losing about 40 pounds and my body just stopped. I hit a plateau. I wasn't going to
Yeah.
lose anymore. So then I had to go and do research. I'm like, why am I not losing any more weight? So then I learned about PCOS and how it's insulin resistance. So
Yep.
this is when I introduced fasting, and this is what did the blast off. I had to fast. So I started fasting with 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. And now I even fast up to 16 hours because I've noticed that with PCOS, we need that
Yep.
fasting. So now that's what I started doing. I started fasting and then I break my fast. I eat protein, fiber, and a healthy carb, and then dinner, and that's it. That's how I end my day. But that's what took off the weight loss was actually the fasting.
Fasting. That's another good thing to hear. I'm a big proponent of fasting for all my clients. Yeah. Perimenopausal, PCOS, just a regular lifestyle client. Fasting, it's almost for with me personally. When I lost 90 pounds, the same thing with you. It was like fasting was the rocket pack that was injected into the weight loss, and it just got things got easier mentally. My mind was clearer. People say things like don't work out fasted. Only my workouts were great fasted.
Here.
Waking up in the morning, working out, fasted. My workouts were off the chain. I loved it. So, and I get it. Me training people for 7 years and dealing with different type of people, I get everyone's different, but the fasting seems to be one of those things that no matter what a person is going through, if you hit a roadblock, if you don't know where to start, fasting is that key to kind of get you going. So I'm definitely glad you brought that up. So next, the workout part. So how did you implement working out? What did that look like for you?
So in the beginning, when I couldn't do a lot because I was very overweight, I did a lot of cardio. So my goal was to do 12,000 steps,
Okay.
and I would do it on the treadmill incline. And I did that for so long, like I want to say for a whole year. And now people, when I tell them I lost 165 pounds, they're like, oh my gosh, you don't have loose skin. And, you kind of bounce back. It's your genetics. You were young when you did it. And no, I'm a firm believer that it was because I incorporated the eating with the cardio to kind of help with it.
Yeah.
That's what I started doing. And then now I incorporate a lot of weightlifting. So now I do cardio at the end and
Yeah.
I start with the weightlifting first.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And it's crazy how people want to blame genetics for certain things when somebody like does something well, or
Yeah.
we do a good job at something. The first thing someone wants to talk about is like, yeah, it's your genetics. It's because you're young. No, it's because you put in the work.
Mhm.
Like that's what it is. We've gotten in our society. It's like we've gotten to a point to where we want everything super quick. We don't want to put in the work for anything. And when we see somebody else put in the work to get it done, we wanna make an excuse for it, or give them an excuse almost, which is crazy. When it came to your weight, how long did that take?
It took about a little bit, like 2 years, I would
Two
say.
years.
And I'm
Yeah,
still trying to lose. So my goal is to lose about 40 to 50 more pounds. And that's still what I'm trying to do. So even as I coach people, I'm very blunt with them and I tell them I'm doing this with you. Like me and you, we're doing this. Our goal is to still lose weight.
that's great. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, so we talked about the food, we talked about the working out. Now, what about any supplements? What were you doing any supplementation? And if you were, what supplements?
A lot of clients ask me this. They're like, "Oh my gosh, what supplement should I buy?" Ladies, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I've had PCO. I'm 32. I got diagnosed at 21, and I've never once taken a supplement. I should take.
Wow.
I probably like a multivitamin,
Yeah.
but I have never taken all these vitamins that I see on social media claiming to help with PCOS. I promise you, my hair grew back, no facial hair. My testosterone went back down. I didn't get on metformin or anything like that. I just lost the weight and I ate really healthy. I feel like we get our nutrients off of whole food that we eat. And I just don't believe in buying all these expensive things and then sitting at home and wishing, like hoping that they're gonna work. I can't. I
Right.
see brands reach out to me and say, hey, can you advertise this? And I say, no, I can't be bought. I cannot lie. These women are so real. They're already going through so much. And I just want to be honest. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nutritionist, but consult with your doctors if you feel like you should get on something. But from my own experience, I don't take anything.
That's another thing that's good to hear, and this is why. Same thing with me being a coach. I have no problem with people using supplements because the supplements, it should supplement what you're already doing. So
Mhm.
you already took yourself through the steps to get your body metabolically sound, and that's where most people think the supplements are going to go in place of. It's not going to work that way. It never has, and I don't care what pill you're taking, what shot you're taking. Well, some of these things help along with it, yes. But I'm a huge proponent of, man. I'm gonna be totally honest. I wish I would have been able to get with you when you were on your journey because you were like the perfect, like step by step of exactly how I coach my people is how you did your thing, and I love to hear that when you have your foundation, and your foundation is the basics, the eating proper, the working out, getting good sleep, all those kind of things, you might find out, and a lot of times most people will, you don't really need those extra supplements because you're getting everything, you're giving your body everything it needs. Like, I'm a true believer. My business is Purpose Powered Fitness. I love the Lord. I'm very much into my Bible, and I believe that the Lord put everything here on this earth that we need. Now, over the years, have we messed a lot of this stuff up? Yes, but he still put this stuff off when you know what we need. Let me ask you this: do you eat beef?
I do.
Nice. That's good to hear. A lot of people, it's weird how a lot of people have a fear of red meat, and your beef specifically is one of the most nutrient dense foods you can have. When
Mhm.
you look at the vitamins and minerals in a steak, that's like a real superfood. I know they say like avocados and stuff like that are, but when you look at the vitamins and mineral complex in like just a piece of steak, it is incredible. So everything we need is there, and I was really glad to hear you say that. And I want to let everybody know I gave her the questions to answer, look at them, but she's answering these totally truthful from her and her experience and how everything is going. So I really want you guys to pay attention to the things that she's saying because it's someone that went through it. And when you have questions, when you might think that you are at the end of the road and there's nothing else you can do, you can look to somebody like Joanna and know that it can be done. And how did it go again? You're stronger than your diagnosis.
Mhm.
I love that phrase. You are stronger than your diagnosis. I love that phrase. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit after the total weight loss you've had now. So you did say you are looking to lose more, but
Mhm.
what challenges are there any new challenges that you're coming into now that you didn't have before?
Yeah, so I'm learning about like weightlifting and like building muscle. So we got past the losing weight, we got past getting into the gym, and I used to not go past the treadmills. And now I'm like going past the treadmills. So the reason why I had to go back and lose is because I wanted to gain muscle, so I had to go into a bulking. And mentally, that was the hardest thing. I'm like, no,
I bet.
I worked so hard to lose weight, and you're telling me I have to eat and bulk. And but now I'm in the cutting phase. So now I'm trying to get leaned out and build muscle. But I will tell you this: building muscle was harder than losing weight. So
Yeah, building muscle is hard. Like it is not, and it's like every year you get older, the harder it gets.
Mhm.
So I'm glad you talked about that too, and I'm also glad that you said the word bulking So to you, what did that term bulking mean?
Eating more protein. It was a clean bulk, so more protein for sure. Increasing my protein intake. So my plate did look a little bit bigger,
Yeah,
protein wise.
awesome. Awesome. Now adding that bulk with the weight training. So what style of strength what slash weight training are you doing?
So right now I'm doing like a lot of Smith machines, like just working on weights, dumbbells. I'm trying to build my booty.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I do weightlifting at least 4 times a week
yeah.
for
Oh, four
what?
times a week. Okay. Do you do anything at home, or is there like a specific gym you go to? How do you like to work out?
I go to multiple gyms so that I have no excuse. And so I do go to the gym, and when I'm at home, I'm at home. I like to separate, gym and home.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So for this part, I want you to put on your coach's hat for me. I am your new client,
Mhm.
and you are building up a 90-day plan for me. I'm struggling with PCOS. I've tried to lose weight for years and I can't. Um, I hear so many different things about what I should do, what I shouldn't do. You let me know in your terms and your coach's terms, where would you start me out at, and what avenue would you put me on?
So I would start where we're at. Like, how's your dieting? What's your schedule? Like, I want to know about you, everything about you.
Okay.
Once you tell me about you, then I want to create a simple plan for you. Every client that I work with, the plan is so simple because I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to scare you. We're friends for life. So now I'm your coach and I'm going to motivate you every single day to do what the plan is. And as we progress, then we build on it, right? And we add more challenging things. So for the first week, my clients are learning how to track their macros, and it's
Okay.
baby steps. So that's what we're learning. That's the very first thing we're learning. And then I'm giving you a grocery list catered to what you like, but it's very simple. And then I'm also creating a meal plan for you based off of how much time you have to cook and based off of what you have in your grocery
Okay.
list. And that
Nice.
way I can keep track with what you're eating. You can keep track sending it to me. And then we do a nightly check-in. For every client I have, I want you to send me what you ate, how many steps you did, because your homework for that week is to walk 8,000 steps every day. That's the first couple of weeks with me. Then
Okay.
after that, it starts to get a little bit more lifestyle change, because
Yeah.
I want this to be a lifestyle. We are not doing a yo-yo
Okay.
diet. I don't want to send you off in 3 months and then you come back and say, I don't know what happened. So I want this to become your life, because it has to. If you want to see the change, this has to be your new life. And
Awesome. Awesome.
how privileged are we that we get to work with people to help them make these changes to their
Yeah.
new life. It's beautiful. I love to witness it. I like to see it. And I mean when I say every client that I've had the privilege to work with, we're family. And even though they don't work with me anymore, it's been 2 years and they've already kind of done their own thing. I still like to see wedding pictures. I want to see the goal.
Yeah.
And every client that works with me, I always ask, what's your goal? Like, where do you see yourself in 4 months and 6 months? And to see them hit those milestones, it is the most
Sorry for the
rewarding
interruption,
thing I
but
have
are you a
ever
faith-driven
seen.
woman aged 35 to 55 suffering from PCOS? If so, Coach Brandon has a proven method to help you lose fat, build muscle, get your hormones in check, and get your confidence back. If this sounds like something you need, click the link below and book a one-on-one call to get started on your wellness journey. Now back to your video.
Yes. It's an awesome feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, so that's great too. Being a coach myself and getting to hear someone else who kind of had the same, road I have. I was 90 pounds overweight, lost the weight, have able to help people. You've been able to do the same thing. And I love being able to partner with like-minded individuals as yourself. Because for one thing, as a coach, we're always learning every single day. We're learning. And I'm always looking for people I can learn from. So I really appreciate, you getting on the call here. So lastly, what I want to talk about, we want to talk about some of the wins that you got. So we went over we went over that first 10 pounds. That was that first milestone that got you going. Adding that intermittent fasting, that was like the jet pack to really take off. We got to a total of 160 pounds.
65.
165 pounds. Don't forget that 5.
No.
That 5 is important. Yes, 165 pounds. I got you. My bad. You learned what specifically works for you. Like, that's a huge win. Learning what worked for you on your plate every single day, that's huge. And if people, like, one of my mantras is, after you work with me, you'll never need another coach / personal trainer ever again, because we figure out what works for you. And if more people would just kind of get that in their head to figure out what works. And if you try something and it doesn't work in the first week, you can still keep going. You can it might work. You don't have to just keep starting and stopping, trying different things. Figure out what works for you so it can be sustainable for a lifetime. And those things are what I look at and go, okay, yeah, this person's gonna do well because they figured it out. They made those lifestyle changes, like you said. What other wins have you had that you could think of that I maybe didn't say?
You covered most of all of it. For me, it was also building muscle. Like, I built my quads, and I was so happy when I saw my baby quads coming in, because I didn't think it was possible.
I love it. Okay. So last thing is, if whoever's watching this podcast, if they were, I don't know, driving, not really paying attention, whatever, if there's one thing they could take away from this that you really want them to know, what would that be?
I would tell women with PCOS what I wanted to hear. Your diagnosis, it does not define you, okay? And it doesn't determine your future. Because I know that PCOS is tough, but trust me, baby girl, so are you. And it does not determine your future. And yes, this journey it feels unfair, right? We're like, why do we have to go through this with the weight struggles, the hormones, the fatigue? It is so hard, but you know what? So is your strength. And if I can get through it, I promise you, you can get through it. You just need the right tools. And that's why you have an amazing coach right in front of me, right here, Coach Brandon, that is dedicated to help you. It's September, it's PCOS Awareness Month. And, you got this. You got this.
I don't even have anything else to say after that, guys. She said everything that needed to be said. You got this. Thank you for joining the podcast. Joanna, thank you for coming on. Like, I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, you don't understand just how valuable this will be for me, for other people, for just so many people. This is going to be awesome. This is the start to a big thing. So I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that's watching, that's going to watch, all of that. Perfect Power Fitness, y'all. I'll see all you guys later. Thanks. Bye.